I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all the participants in this hall and the participants who are joining this regional workshop virtually in the closing ceremony of South Asian Regional Workshop for Feed the Future Innovation Lab for Horticulture 2022. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to express very deep gratitude to all the participants, including our technical team for running this workshop successfully. We'd also like to thank them for their effective role during presentation and group discussion. I hope that the feedback and suggestion from each discussion will be very valuable for making the comprehensive report for the initiation of the Horticulture Innovation Lab in South and Southeast Asian region. We'll now formally commence our closing ceremony. To chair this closing ceremony of this workshop, it is our great pleasure to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor of Agriculture and Forest University, Professor Dr. Punya Prasad Regmi, to come on stage and take the seat of chairman. Thank you, sir. May I now invite our special guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Gandaki University, Nepal, Professor Dr. Nabaraj Devkota, to come on stage and take the seat of special guest. Thank you, sir. May I now invite our very special guest, Chartered Vice Chancellor of Agriculture and Forest University, Professor Dr. Kailas Nath Pakurel, to come on stage and take the seat of special guest. We feel honored to have with us the Director of Horticulture Innovation Lab from UC Davis, California, Professor Dr. Elizabeth Mitchum. I would like to request her to come on stage and take the seat of special guest. Thank you, Dr. Mitchum. To move forward, it is our great pleasure to welcome Chairman of Department of Horticulture from Michigan State University, Professor Dr. William Vance Baird, to come on the front line and take the seat of the special guest. I would like to welcome and request Dr. Janelle Beth Larson, Associate Professor from Plain State University, to come on front line and take the seat of special guest. It is our great pleasure to welcome Professor Dr. Nanda Prakash Joshi, Professor from Michigan State University. I would like to request him to come and join our respected dignitaries in the front line and take the seat of special guest. May I welcome and request Deputy Director General from Department of Agriculture, Government of Nepal, Dr. Shanta Karki, to join our respected dignitaries on the front line and take the seat of special guest. I would like to welcome and request Chief from National Center for Potato, Vegetable and Spice Crop Development, Mr. Basudev Kafle, to come on the front line and take the seat of special guest. The next dignitaries to honor us with his presence is Mr. Jason Shiu, Director, Office of Growth, USAID ID Nepal. I would like to request him to come on the front line and take the seat of special guest. Now I would like to request Professor Dr. Nasreen Sultana from SARC Agriculture Center, Bangladesh, to join our respected dignitaries on the front line and take the seat of space. The next dignitaries to honor us with his presence is Professor Dr. Mohammad Rajul Karam from Bangladesh Agriculture University. I would like to request him to come on front line and take the seat of special guest. Now I would like to welcome and request Dr. Fardousi Islam from Bangladesh Agriculture Research Institute to come on front line and take the seat of special guest. I would like to welcome and request Eknath Khatiora from Water and Energy for Food Innovation Lab, Thailand, to come on front line and take the seat of special guest. I would like to welcome and request a technical specialist from UNDP Nepal, Gyun Kim, to come on front line and take the seat of special guest. It is our great pleasure to welcome Assistant Dean from Faculty of Agriculture, Agriculture and Forest University, Professor Dr. Arvind Kumar Srivastav, to join our respected dignitaries on the front line and take the seat of special guest. I would like to welcome and request all the participants in this hall to have their seat on their respective places. Ladies and gentlemen, to move forward in this closing ceremony, we'll start with the certificate distribution to our participants. And for that, I'll call the name and request the participant to kindly come forward to receive their certificates. And I would like to request the chairman of this closing ceremony, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Punne Prasad Regmi, to do this honor. Certificate of participation. This is to certify that Dr. Nasreen Sultana has successfully participated in South Asian Regional Horticulture Workshop 2022. Next is Dr. Fardousi Islam. Professor Dr. Mohammad Rajul Karim.
Now he is sick. He is not feeling well, so we take this.
Okay. Professor Dr. Tamanna Haq. Yes. Dr. Ganga Datta Acharya. Mrs. Nurun Naher Begum. Mrs. Morzina Begum. Mr. Ismail Khan. Mr. Atanu Bhattacharjee. Mrs. Bimala Sharma Acharya. Bimala Sharma Acharya. Mrs. Rita Bastakoti. Mr. Anjay Shrestha. Dr. Shanta Karki. Mr. Basudev Kafle. Mrs. Riti Singh. Mr. Rajendra Prasad Koirala. Mr. Hikmat Kumar Shrestha. Mr. Dinesh Prasad Sapkota. Mr. Madhav Lamsal. Dr. Prakash Acharya. Mr. Dhanbadur Thapa. Mrs. Parmila Wagle. Mr. Purushottam Khatiora. Mr. Manoj Dhital. Mr. Arjun Silwal. Mr. Arjun Silwal. Dr. Giridhari Subedi. Dr. Bal Krishna Joshi. Dr. Kalika Prasad Upadhyay. Dr. Umesh Acharya. Dr. Krishna Paudel. Dr. Ranjana Raul.
Dr. Pushparaj Paudel.
Dr. Hari Krishna Panta. Mr. Ram Bahadur Keshi. Mr. Sanjay Dhimal. Dr. Bhaneshwar Pokhrel. Mr. Rajendra Gautam. Mr. Shashan Devkota. Mr. Nitesh Kumar Paudel. Dr. Narayan Khanal. Ms. Srishti Chaudhary. Dr. Santosh Shrestha. Dr. Sundar Tiwari. Dr. Homnath Giri, Mr. Ramhari Timilsina, Dr. Shankar Raj Barsila, Mr. Vishal Shrestha, Dr. Ujjwal Tiwari, Mr. Umanath Sharma, Dr. Kedar Devkota, Mrs. Anju Adhikari, Mrs. Anju Adhikari, Mr. Pujan Bashyal, Mr. Krishna Sapkota, Mrs. Sirjana Neupane, Mr. Ram Dayal Tharu, Miss Manisha Shrestha, and Miss Swastika Shrestha. Thank you and congratulations to all the participants. Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor, and congratulations to all the participants. Now, I would like to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor from Gandaki University, Nepal, Professor Dr. Navaraj Devkota sir, to present the certificate of appreciation to the presenter. The first presenter is Professor Dr. Elizabeth Mitchum. Professor Dr. Muhammad Rejiul Karim. Okay. Dr. Bal Krishna Joshi. Okay. Professor Dr. Kalyani Mishra. Dr. Fardoshi Islam. Dr. Narayan Khanal. Dr. Sundar Tiwari. Dr. Shanta Karki. Dr. Shankar Raj Barsila. Professor Dr. Bhim Prasad Shrestha. Professor Dr. Bhim Prasad Shrestha. Professor Dr. Durga Devkota. Dr. Shanta Karki. Mr. Umanath Sharma. Dr. Bhaneshwar Pokhrel. Dr. Nasreen Sultana. Mr. Krishna Prasad Sapkota. Mr. Ram Hari Timil Sinha. Dr. Matina Joshi Vaidya. Mr. Bhola Shrestha. Dr. Kedar Devkota. Miss Swastika Shrestha. Dr. Ujjwal Tiwari. Dr. Homnath Giri. Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor, and congratulations to all the presenters. Now, to express our gratitude to our valued guests of this workshop, we want to present the token of love to them. I would like to request Director of DOREX and Technical Lead of Horticulture Innovation Lab Project in Nepal, Professor Dr. Arjun Kumar Shrestha to do the honors. I would like to request Professor Dr. Elizabeth Mitchell to come forward to receive the token of love. Professor Dr. William Vance Baird. Dr. Zenil Beth Larson. Professor Dr. Nanda Prakash Joshi. Mr. Jason Shu. Mrs. Jin Yoon Kim. Mr. Naveen Hada. Dr. Susan Pia. Dr. Nasreen Sultana. Dr. Fardowsi Islam. Dr. Fardowsi Islam. Professor Dr. Muhammad Rajiul Karim. Professor Dr. Tamanna Haq. Dr. Ganga Datta Acharya. Mrs. Narun Naher Begum. Mrs. Morzina Begum. Mr. Muhammad Ismail Khan. Mr. Atanu Bhattacharjee. Professor Dr. Punne Prasad Regmi. Professor Dr. Navaraj Devkota. Professor Dr. Kalyani Mishra Tripathi. Professor Dr. Kailas Nath Pyakhurel. Dr. Suryakant Ghimire. Dr. Rajendra Mishra. Dr. Matina Joshi Vaidya. Dr. Shanta Karki. Mr. Basudev Kafle. Mr. Benu Prasad Prasai. Mr. Rajendra Prasad Koirala. Mr. Hastabahadur Bista. Mr. Madhav Lamsal. Dr. Prakash Acharya. Mr. Dhanbahadur Thapa. Mrs. Pramila Wagle. Professor Dr. Durga Devkota. Professor Dr. Beam Prasad Shrestha. Dr. Sundar Tiwari. Dr. Homnath Giri. Mr. Ram Hari Timil Sinha. Dr. Shankar Raj Barsila. Mr. Vishal Shrestha. Mr. Umanath Sharma. Dr. Ujjwal Tiwari. Dr. Kedar Devkota. Lal Bahadur Chetri. Mrs. Anju Adhikari. Dr. Bal Krishna Joshi. Dr. Narayan Khanal. Mr. Bhaneshwar Pokhrel. Dr. Smriti Kala Panta. Mrs. Rekha Shrestha. Dr. Ranjana Rawal. Miss Srijana Neupane. Miss Manisha Shrestha. Miss Swastika Shrestha. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request the Director of Horticulture Innovation Lab from UC Davis, California, Professor Dr. Elizabeth Mitchum, to provide the token of love to Professor Arjun Kumar Shrestha, Director of DOREX and Technical Lead of Horticulture Innovation Lab project in Nepal. Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to move forward with this closing ceremony. Now, I would like to request General Secretary from National Farmers Group Federation Nepal, Mrs. Rita Bastakoti, to kindly come forward and give some remarks representing all participants. Please let me help to welcome Ms. Rita Bastakoti.
धन्यवाद म्याडम। सर्वप्रथम त म सरी भन्छु, म नेपाली ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा हजुरहरूसँग मेरो कुरा राख्न गइरहेको छु। आजको यस साउथ एसियन रिजनल वर्कसप समापन समारोहका अध्यक्षज्यू, साथै कृषि तथा वन विश्वविद्यालयका उपकुलपति, साथै प्रमुख अतिथि हाम्रो गण्डकी युनिभर्सिटीको उपकुलपतिज्यू, मञ्चमा आसीन सम्पूर्ण अतिथिज्यूहरू र यहाँ उपस्थित हुनुभएका सम्पूर्ण प्रोफेसर, डाक्टर, विज्ञ, कृषक सम्पूर्णमा म राष्ट्रिय कृषक समूह महासङ्घ नेपालको तर्फबाट र मेरो तर्फबाट पनि सम्पूर्णमा जय किसानको अभिवादन व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। सर्वप्रथम त म आयोजकलाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। यस्तो यो विज्ञ विद्वानहरूको सभामा चाहिँ एउटा सामान्य कृषकहरूको प्रतिनिधित्व गर्ने संस्थाको तर्फबाट मैले सहभागी हुने अवसर पाएँ र धेरै कुरा सिक्ने पनि अवसर पाएँ। आज हाम्रो 3 दिनको बसाइको समापन कार्यक्रम छ र यस 3 दिनको बसाइमा हामीले दक्षिण एसियाको विशेष गरी कृषिको सिनारियो र त्यसमा पनि हर्टिकल्चरको क्षेत्रमा विकासका लागि के गर्न सकिन्छ र त्यहाँको अवस्था कस्तो छ भन्ने विषयमा हामीले व्यापक छलफल गर्यौं र यो छलफलमा झन्डै उस्तै हाम्रो दक्षिण एसियाली मुलुकहरूको भौगोलिक अवस्था पनि उस्तै र जलवायुको अवस्था पनि उस्तै र यो कृषिको तौर तरिका, कृषि संस्कृति पनि उस्तै, धार्मिक मान्यता अनुसारका कृषिसँग जोडिएका संस्कृतिहरू, बाली लगाउने तौर तरिका उस्तै भएको कुराहरू हामीले छलफलमा सबैको प्रस्तुतिहरूमा चाहिँ आएकोले चाहिँ हामीले त्यो महसुस गर्यौं। विशेष गरी म नेपालको कृषिको कुराहरू मात्रै बुझ्थे भने यहाँ मैले चाहिँ दक्षिण एसियाकै कृषि, त्यसमा विशेष गरी फलफुल र तरकारीको अवस्था र समस्याका कुराहरू र अब के गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने विषयमा धेरै कुराहरू बुझ्ने अवसर पाएँ र विशेष गरी यो क्षेत्रमा, बागवानी क्षेत्रमा साना सीमान्त दक्षिण एसियाली इस्ट साउथ एसियन कन्ट्रीहरूमा चाहिँ साना सीमान्त महिला किसान नै बढी चाहिँ कृषि क्षेत्रमा इन्भल्भ भएको र उनीहरू नै स्रोत साधनको पहुँचबाट चाहिँ वञ्चित रहेको अवस्थामा यो वर्ग एकदम बहुसंख्यक वर्ग ग्रामीण क्षेत्रमा रहेका धेरै तथ्याङ्कहरूमा पनि आएको छ। कुनै कन्ट्रीमा 80% ग्रामीण क्षेत्रमा रहेका 60% जस्ता जनसङ्ख्याहरू यो कृषि क्षेत्रमा नै इन्भल्भ हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँहरूको योगदानले नै चाहिँ यो साउथ एसियन कन्ट्रीहरूमा चाहिँ इकोनोमिक योगदान चाहिँ बढिरहेको छ, बढी उहाँहरूको योगदान छ भन्ने कुराहरू सबैले ल्याउनु भएको छ। नेपालको सन्दर्भमा कुरा गर्दा पनि यहाँको झन्डै 80% गाउँमा रहनु भएको झन्डै 60% जनसङ्ख्या चाहिँ कृषि क्षेत्रमा चाहिँ संलग्न छ र उनीहरूको योगदानले नै देशको अर्थतन्त्रमा झन्डै 25% योगदान दिएको छ। बागवानी र तरकारी, फलफुल तथा तरकारीको क्षेत्रमा योगदान दिने वर्ग पनि यही हो। हाम्रो देश अझै पनि कमर्सियल खेतीमा भर्खर जान सुरु गरिरहेको छ र गइसकेको अवस्था छैन। तर यो वर्ग मैले अघि पनि कुरा उठाएँ, यो वर्ग चाहिँ विकासको मूलधारमा ल्याउनको लागि सरकारी सेवा, सुविधा र प्रयासहरूले मात्रै माथि उठाउन सक्छ अनि मात्रै हामीले चाहेको विकास देशलाई चाहिँ विकासको गति प्रदान गर्न सक्छ भन्ने विषयमा अहिले संघीय संरचनापछि यो साना सीमान्त र महिला वर्ग जो चाहिँ गाउँमा बसेर चाहिँ देशलाई योगदान दिइरहेको छ, त्यो वर्ग चाहिँ सरकारी सेवा सुविधाबाट वञ्चित रहेको अवस्था छ। किन भन्दाखेरि पहिला चाहिँ यो एग्रिकल्चरको चाहिँ विकासको प्रसारको मोडेल चाहिँ कृषक समूह गठन गर्ने र त्यो समूहमा गएर हाम्रा प्राविधिकहरूले सेवा प्रदान गर्ने सामान्य तरिका थियो। त्यसमा कुनै पनि वैधानिक विधिहरू धेरै अपनाउनु पर्थेन। जिल्ला कृषि विकास कार्यालयले यो सहज रूपमा यो सुविधा प्रदान गरेको अवस्थामा अहिले कृषिका संरचनाहरू बदलिएका र त्यो गाउँमा खेती गरिरहने वर्ग चाहिँ अहिले संरचना कहाँ के हाम्रो कुन संरचनाले चाहिँ हाम्रा सेवा प्रदान गर्छ भन्ने कुरामा नि अनभिज्ञ भएको अवस्था र कृषक समूहलाई अनिवार्य प्यानमा आउनुपर्छ अनि मात्रै सेवा सुविधा प्राप्त गर्नुहुन्छ भन्ने नीतिले गर्दाखेरि त्यो साना सीमान्त अझै महिला किसान त्यो घरबाट बाहिर निस्किन चाहिँ सक्दैन खेतीपाती गाई बस्तु भाउ अझै महिलाको जिम्मेवारीमा त वृद्धको पनि जिम्मेवारी हुन्छ बालबालिकाको पनि जिम्मेवारी हुन्छ त्यसले गर्दाखेरि उनीहरू सेवा सुविधा लिनको लागि सम्बन्धित कार्यालयमा यो प्यानको प्रक्रियामा छिर्न सक्ने अवस्था छँदै छैन यो बिल्कुलै छैन मैले नेपालको भोगाई हामीले हेरिरहेछौँ भने साउथ इस्ट एसियाको अरू कन्ट्रीको पनि यही अवस्था छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ त्यसकारणले हामीले चाहेको बागवानी क्षेत्रमा विकासको लागि यो वर्गलाई हामीले सेवा सुविधामा पहुँच नदिने हो भने हामीले चाहिँ यो विकासको मूलधारमा यो वर्गलाई ल्याउन सक्दैनौँ र हामीले चाहेको विकास पनि हामीले प्राप्त गर्न सक्दैनौँ तसर्थ हामी राष्ट्रिय कृषक समूह महासंघ नेपाल पनि यही समूहको यही वर्गको सवालमा पैरवी गर्दै काम गर्दै आइरहेको संस्था हो हामीले हाम्रो पहिलो सवाल नै किसानहरूको वर्गीकरण सहितको परिचय पत्र र अझै हामीले त सामाजिक सुरक्षा पेन्सनको पनि माग गर्दै हामीले संस्था स्थापना कालदेखि उठाउँदै आएको सवाल हो र अहिले हामीले देशको 63वटा जिल्लामा हाम्रा संस्था छन् र 5000 जति कृषक समूहहरू हाम्रो संस्थामा आबद्ध हुनुहुन्छ झन्डै 1 लाख कृषक सदस्यहरूले हामीलाई आबद्ध गर्न सफल भएका छौँ भने 7वटै प्रदेशमा हाम्रा तहगत संरचनाहरू छन् र हामीले सवाल हाम्रो राष्ट्रिय किसिमका मुद्दाहरूलाई हामीले सवालको रूपमा चाहिँ उठाउँदै आएका छौँ र सही नीति अनि हाम्रो यो साना सीमान्त वर्गहरूले चाहिँ उत्पादनको अवस्थादेखि नै र तपाईको बाली संरक्षणदेखि पोस्ट हार्भेस्ट बजारसम्म पुग्दाखेरि पनि गभर्नमेन्ट सर्भिस मात्रै नभएर विभिन्न समस्याहरू भोग्दै आएको छ र यो विभिन्न समस्याहरूलाई सम्बोधन गर्ने किसिमको ऐन कानुन बनेर कार्यान्वयन नगरेसम्म यो समस्या समाधान हुन सक्ने अवस्था छैन बृहत समस्या छ यो वर्ग भनेको बहुसंख्यक वर्ग हो हामी 2-4 जना 1-2% मोडर्न किसान आधुनिक किसान व्यवसायिक किसान को लागि मात्र हित हुने पोलिसीले अहिले हाम्रो देशले काम गरिरहेको छ र उहाँहरू आफू स्वतस्फूर्त सेवा सुविधामा पहुँच राख्न सक्नुहुन्छ आफ्नो व्यवसायको लागि स्वतस्फूर्त लगानी गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ उहाँहरूसँग चाहिँ त्यो क्षमता राख्नुहुन्छ तर त्यो बहुसंख्यक वर्ग जो चाहिँ साना सीमान्त झन्डै 12 देखि 16 घण्टा कृषि कर्ममा संलग्न हुने वर्ग चाहिँ सेवा सुविधाबाट अझै अहिले यो संघीय संरचनालाई झन् टाढा पुर्याएको अवस्थामा हामीले पहिलो प्राथमिकतामा उहाँहरूलाई कि चाहिँ प्यानको अनिवार्यता गरेको छ सरकारले भन्ने किसिमको जानकारी दिनलाई गाउँ गाउँमा क्याम्पेन चलाउन पर्यो सरकारले हैन कि भने उहाँहरूलाई सहज रूपमा गाउँमै गएर चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ अडिट गर्ने नवीकरण गर्ने प्यान लिने व्यवस्था गरिदिन सक्नु पर्यो सरकारले जसरी हुन्छ सजिलो रूपमा ओडामा प्राविधिक पुगेर चाहिँ प्राविधिक सेवाहरू पुर्याएर चाहिँ किसानलाई चाहिँ हामीले सेवा सुविधा ऋण अनुदानका कुराहरू सहज उपलब्ध एकदमै बिना झन्झटिलो प्रक्रियाबाट दिने प्रक्रियामा लान सके मात्रै चाहिँ के अरे हाम्रो विकासको मूलधारमा त्यो वर्ग बहुसंख्यक छुटेका वर्गहरू आउन सक्छन् मैले साउथ इस्ट एसियाको नै प्रतिनिधित्व गरेर सायद बोलेर उहाँहरूको पोलिसीहरूले साना किसानलाई कसरी समेटेको छ भन्ने कुराहरू उहाँहरूको पोलिसीमा व्यवस्था भएको होला र आजको यस 3 दिनको छलफलमा पनि हामीले अब के गर्न सकिन्छ त बागवानीको क्षेत्रमा भन्ने विषयमा व्यापक छलफल गर्यौं र विद्वानहरूको धेरै राय सुझाव आएको छ मैले पनि नेपालको प्रतिनिधित्व गर्दै आफ्नो राय सुझावहरू दिएको छु र भोलिका दिनमा हाम्रो वन कृषि तथा वन विश्वविद्यालयमा सँग मैले पहिला पनि विभिन्न कार्यक्रमहरूमा काम गर्ने अवसर पाएको छु तपाईको बाली संरक्षणका लागि आइपीएम कार्यक्रमहरू गर्दा तपाईको बाली उपचारका कार्यक्रमहरू पोलिनेसनको कार्यक्रमहरूमा रामपुरबाट उत्पादन हुनुभएका विशेषज्ञहरूसँग मैले काम गर्ने अवसर पाछु त्यो विशेषज्ञता ती साना भूमिहीन सीमान्त महिला किसानसम्म पुर्याउनको लागि यो परियोजनाले काम गर्नेछ भन्ने मैले आशा लिएको छु र काम गर्नेछ पनि त्यसको लागि मेरो संस्थाले कुन तहमा बसेर यस कार्यक्रमलाई सहयोग पुर्याउन आवश्यकता छ त्यो ठाउँमा सहयोग पुर्याउन म तत्पर छु प्रतिबद्धता पनि जनाउन चाहन्छु भन्दै मैले धेरै लामो समय दिएँ कि यो हामीले यति धेरै मेहनतका साथ हामीले समय दिएर खर्च गरेर चाहिँ यो जुन छलफल गर्यौं यस छलफलले चाहिँ सही निचोड निकाल्ने छ र हामीले चाहेको नतिजा हाम्रो चाहिँ परियोजनाले दिनेछ र यो परियोजनाको काम सकिसकेपछि अथवा काम गर्ने क्रममा पनि यो परियोजनाले मात्रै हाम्रा यावत समस्याहरू सम्बोधन गर्न सक्दैन र सरकारलाई नै जिम्मेवारी बनाउनको लागि स्थानीय सरकारलाई चाहिँ यस कार्यक्रममा जोडेर हामीले भोलि स्थानीय सरकारले अपनत्व हासिल गर्नको लागि पोलिसी भित्र पनि हामीले बनाएको परियोजना इन्क्लुड हुने गरेर चाहिँ कार्यान्वयन हुनेछ भन्ने पनि मैले आशा लिएको छु। पुनः आयोजकलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिँदै मेरो भनाइ अन्त गर्छु। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Ms. Rita Bastakoti, to bring the voice of the farmer in front of this workshop. And she told that about 60% of the population live in rural area and then engage in the agriculture and horticulture and contribute about more than 25% in the national income. So she thinks that this population should give emphasis by the government because they are not getting much attention and appreciation from the government sector. This may be due to change in the structural and institution situation. Problem. Oh, sorry. I hope you are able to listen me. And she also brings some policy issue about the PAN system for the smallholder farmer because they are not able to enter this system. So they think that it should not be applicable for the smallholder farmer of Nepal. And she also mentioned that the policy that is from the government sector should address not only the production problem of the farmer, but also the problem they are facing during the post-harvest, during marketing and transportation. So the policy and research from the government sector should focus on that. And it should also focus on the package practice that are suitable for the smallholder farmer. And she also mentioned that if the government bring any schemes and any policy, they should run some kind of campaign at the local level so that all the farmers that are in the rural areas of Nepal should know about that kind of schemes and policy. Now, thank you, Ms. Bastakoti, to bring all those issues in this table. Now, I would like to request Mazrina Begum from Bangladesh. She is the innovative farmer from the Bangladesh to give some remarks, to give her some thoughts and remarks in this workshop. And I would like to request Professor Dr. Nasreen Sultana to kind of translate that in English.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি মর্জিনা বেগম।
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Morjina Begum.
আমি একজন ফার্মার। তো এই নেপালে এই ওয়ার্কশপে আসতে পারার জন্য আমি কৃতজ্ঞ।
I'm a farmer. I'm living in Bangladesh. I'm very much grateful to inviting me to join today's workshop.
তারপরে আমার ডক্টর নাসরিন সুলতানা ম্যাডামকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ জানাই যে আমি এখানে ইনভাইট আসতে পেরেছি, ইনভাইট পেয়েছিলাম।
Okay, she thanks me.
তো আমি এই কৃষিতে কাজ করি 2001 সাল থেকে ভার্মি কম্পোস্ট নিয়ে।
I am working in agriculture since 2000 and my work area is vermicompost.
এটা উইন্ড্রো প্রতিষ্ঠানের মাধ্যম দিয়ে আমেরিকার বিজ্ঞানী ডক্টর মার্টিন স্যার, বাংলাদেশের ডক্টর এম গুল হোসেন স্যার এটা আমাদেরকে শিখাইছিলেন।
She learned this vermicompost technology through Windrock USAID project. Dr. Martin of USAID and Dr. Gul Hossain of Bangladesh Agriculture Research Council helped her.
তো এই প্রযুক্তিটা খুব স্লো ছিল, তো সেখান থেকে আমি আবার ডেভেলপ করেছি 6টা প্রযুক্তি।
Okay, what is she learned? She modified and now she has developed by her own 6 technology from the basic.
তারপরেই আমি ট্রেনার হই ইউএনডিপি রিউপো প্রজেক্টে।
Okay, then she became trainer of UNDP project. I forget the name.
ওখানে ছিলাম 6টা জেলাতে।
Oh, she trained people in 6 districts of Bangladesh.
তারপরে এই ভার্মি কম্পোস্ট, জৈব বালাইনাশক, নিরাপদ খাদ্য, এটা নিয়ে আমি কাজ করছি অনেক দিন থেকে।
Okay, I'm working in the area of vermicompost, biofertilizer and safe food production for long.
তো আমি মনের কাছে অনেকটা হতাশাগ্রস্তের মধ্যে ছিলাম, তবে এই ওয়ার্কশপে এসে আমি অনেক মানে অনেক আশাবাদী যে এই কাজটা আমি অনেক দূর এগিয়ে নিয়ে যেতে পারবো।
Okay, she's telling that somehow she was disheartened. She maybe somehow, I don't know, maybe corona or some COVID or something, but now she is telling that she is very much hopeful and she was inspired by this workshop and now she believes that she can take her business long way.
তো আমি আমার 5,000 কৃষকদেরকে আমি এই ভার্মি কম্পোস্টের ট্রেনিং শিখাইছি।
She trained 5,000 farmers on the vermicompost.
তো এখন আমি নিরাপদ সবজি নিয়ে কাজ করছি, সেটা আপনার 50 জন চাষি নিয়ে।
Now I am producing safe vegetables. I have 50 farmers.
এরপরে আমার যে স্বপ্নটা আছে যে আমাদের আয়রন জাতীয় খাবারগুলো ওইটা খুব ড্রাই করে ওইটা প্রসেসিং, তারপরে হলো ভিটামিন জাতীয়, তারপরে ক্যালসিয়াম জাতীয় এই খাবারগুলো প্রসেসিং করে এটা বাজারজাতকরণ।
Now her dream is to start processing on nutrient-rich food, vegetables like iron rich, then vitamin rich, all these, and then wants to marketing it.
তো আমি এই প্রোগ্রামে আসার পরে এই ওয়ার্কশপে এসে আমি মনের কাছে অনেক অনেক আনন্দিত, অভিভূত যে আসলে আপনারা সকলে দোয়া করবেন যেন এই কাজটা এই মানুষের কল্যাণে ভালোভাবে পৌঁছে দিতে পারে।
I'm very much happy to join here. I would like to your great blessings that you please bless me that so that I can take my dream in future.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Marzina Begum and Dr. Nasreen Sultana, to bring some remarks from the farmers from Bangladesh. And I would like to apologize that we forget our very near and respected church. We forget to provide them the token of love. And now I would like to request Chartered Vice Chancellor of Agriculture and Forest University, Professor Dr. Kailash Nath Pakurel sir, to do this honor. And I would like to request Assistant Dean from Faculty of Agriculture and Forest University, Professor Dr. Arvind Kumar Srivastav sir, to come forward and receive the token of love. Thank you. And I would also like to request Executive Director from Forward Nepal, Mr. Netra Prasad Sen sir, to come forward and receive the token of love. Thank you, sir. Now, on behalf of Nepalese Horticulture Society, I would like to request Treasurer of Nepalese Horticulture Society, Mr. Sanjay Dhimal, to kindly come forward and give some valuable remarks. Please welcome Mr. Sanjay Dhimal.
Namaste and greetings to all. Honorable Chairperson, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I personally feel proud and my institution, Nepal Horticulture Society, to express my remarks over here. I thank to the organization. They have given me a chance to deliberate some remarks here. This Feed the Future Innovation Lab for Horticulture South Asia Regional Workshop, which has started from 12th September and for 3 days. I attended all the days and see and learn 18 papers very minutely, and it was very interesting for me, and I think we all. What is the main findings should be there? I just in my discussion panel also I share that what are the findings or research we do in the lab or in our institution. It must be the farmers friendly. Otherwise, they didn't own it. It must be easy and simple so that farmers can adapt it. Oh, this is for our need and we can do it. Because what is the theme of this workshop? We all show here: nutrition, food security, income, youth engagement, and gender equity. If I'm not wrong, I think these are the fundamental rights of all the citizens of this universe. So, what we do in our field, in our farm, this should be addressed, the theme. And I humble request the organizer that what are the recommendations of this workshop? It should be submitted to the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development in Nepal. That this should be addressed in the way that it could be doable for the farmers and the persons who are related in this sector. So I again wish all the best wishes to the Innovation Horticulture Lab and USAID, Forward, AFU, who are engaged for this program and going to organize for 3 years, as far as I came to know. They will certainly recommend those findings from what are achieved from the papers, because in Bangladesh and Nepal, we are similar we have the same challenges, opportunities, climatic reasons, everything. So this will certainly help to the farmers, because we all are here for the betterment of the farmers. So I think this will be doable and will be in the action for the coming days. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay Dhimal, for your thoughts. Now, on behalf of Bangladesh counterpart, may I request Mr. Ismail Khan, the youth entrepreneur from Bangladesh, to kindly come forward and give some valuable thoughts. Please welcome Mr. Ismail Khan.
Dr. Ramkina, I will also translate.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আজকের অনুষ্ঠানের সম্মানিত প্রধান অতিথি এবং নেপাল ও বাংলাদেশের কৃষি বিশেষজ্ঞ বিন্দু প্রত্যেককে সালাম ও শুভেচ্ছা।
Assalamu alaikum, the chief guest and all the special guests and delegates of today's program, and the agriculturists from Bangladesh and Nepal. Greetings to everyone.
আমার নাম ইসমাইল খান শামীম। আমি একজন পেশায় আম চাষী, আম ব্যবসায়ী এবং আম রপ্তানিকারক এবং সর্বোপরি একজন আম উদ্যোক্তা।
Okay, my name is Ismail Khan Shamim. I'm a mango farmer. I'm a mango producer, a mango businessman, and mango exporter. And finally, I'm a mango young entrepreneur.
আমি উত্তরাধিকারী ভাবে আম চাষের সাথে জড়িত, কারণ আমার পিতাও একজন ফার্মার ছিলেন।
Okay, I'm a farmer, mango farmer by my I inherited this business. My father was also a mango businessman.
তো আমার এখানে ভালোবাসা হলো ছেলেবেলা থেকেই, কারণ বাবার সাথে বাগানে যেতাম, বাবা চাষ করতেন, ওইখান থেকে আসলে কৃষির প্রতি ভালোবাসা, ভালো লাগা থেকে এখানে আসা।
My love to agriculture from my childhood. I saw my father and I work with him, and that's slowly it's go with me.
আমি কিন্তু কৃষি নিয়ে পড়াশোনা করি না, কিন্তু কৃষির প্রতি টান। আমি কিন্তু ইসলাম শিক্ষায় গ্রাজুয়েশন কমপ্লিট করেছি।
Okay, I am not an agriculturist. I graduated in Islamic studies, but my love is in agriculture.
তো আমার প্রথমেই পথ চলা শুরু হয় আমার 2014 সাল থেকে, যখন আমাদের এই ম্যাঙ্গো সেক্টরের প্রবলেম শুরু হলো, তখন থেকে আমি এই সেক্টরে কাজ করা শুরু করলাম।
Actually, my active involvement starting from 2014. That time there was a big problem in mango sector in Bangladesh.
এবং বাংলাদেশের মধ্যে আমি যে এলাকায় বসবাস করি, বাংলাদেশের মধ্যে সবচেয়ে বেশি আম উৎপাদন হয়। এইখানে কৃষি বিভাগের সূত্র মতে প্রতি বছর প্রায় 3.5 লক্ষ মেট্রিক টন আম উৎপাদন হয়, এবং এই এলাকার জীবন জীবিকা আমের উপর নির্ভর করে।
The region where I am living, I was born and brought up. That is the biggest area for mango producing in Bangladesh. Every year, 3 lakh metric ton mango produced there, and the livelihood of this area people depends on mango.
তো আমার চাষ করতে গিয়ে আমার প্রথম থেকে একটা ছিল যে আমি যা করব প্রতিটা জিনিস হলো বিজ্ঞানসম্মত ভাবে এবং বিশেষজ্ঞর মতামত নিয়ে আমি চাষ করব। তো সেই সুবাদেই আমার কৃষি বিভাগ, বাড়ি যতগুলো বিশেষজ্ঞ আছে তাদের পরামর্শ নিয়ে আমি কিন্তু চাষ শুরু করি।
From that point of view, when I first started, I thought that I will not do by my own way. I will take the advice from agriculture department, all the experts from the country, in the country.
সেই সময় আমাদের ম্যাঙ্গো সেক্টর, কারণ আমার এলাকায় যে আম উৎপাদন হয় 90% মানুষের জীবন জীবিকা আমের উপর রিলেটেড। তো এই সেক্টরটা যখন আমের নানা রকম রিউমারের কারণে আমের যখন এই সেক্টরটা ধস নামে, সেই সময় আমি এখানে কাজ করতে শুরু করলাম যে যদি তাদের জন্য কিছু করা যায়।
Actually, now Nasrin is adding something. Actually, in 2014, there was a big media, like you can say yellow journalism, that people was telling that the mango was ripening with chemicals, and that chemical is very much harmful to the people, and that's why our how can I say the regulation or police or some other people, they destroy trucks of mango, lakh ton of mango destroyed in Bangladesh in 2013, 14 and 15. Only the yellow journalism, the journalists, they didn't know that what's the ethylene, what's the role of ethylene. They saw and they wrote that it is the poison, and that poison is harmful for the human health. That time, Mr. Shamim started his he stepped in mango business, and he thought that he will do something.
তো আমার এই সেক্টরের সাথে সম্পৃক্ততা বেশি হয় বা আমার যে জীবনের মোড় চেঞ্জ করে সেটা হচ্ছে এফএওর সিডিআইএস প্রকল্প। যে টিচার ছিলেন, আমার অভিভাবক ছিলেন ডক্টর নাসরিন সুলতানা, ওর কাছ থেকেই মূলত আমি এখানে শিক্ষাগুলো পাই। এবং শিক্ষাগুলো ছিল যতদিন না পর্যন্ত একজন ফার্মারে যদি সফট স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট না করা যায় ততদিন পর্যন্ত ফার্মার তার প্রবলেম, তার হচ্ছে অপরচুনিটি কোনো কিছু সে কিন্তু আইডেন্টিফাই করতে পারবে না। তো
Okay, actually he's telling that his learning is basically started from a FAO project, capacity development for agriculture innovation system. Dr. Nasrin was one of the mentor of that project, and the objective of that project was to develop the soft skill of farmer. As long as they cannot express their thought and their capacity of the farmers cannot develop, the agriculture sector will not be developed.
তো প্রথমত যখন আমি এই কাজগুলো শুরু করি তখন আমি আমার প্রবলেম চিহ্নিত করতে পারি, এবং সবচাইতে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ কাজ হয়েছে সেটা হচ্ছে মাল্টি স্টেক হোল্ডার প্ল্যাটফর্ম। তো মাল্টি স্টেক হোল্ডার প্ল্যাটফর্মটা আমরা প্রথম যখন সিডিআইএস প্রশিক্ষণ পেলাম, প্রশিক্ষণ পাওয়ার পর সর্বপ্রথম কাজ করেছি আমি একাই মার্কেটিং করলাম ফার্মার হিসাবে, কিন্তু আমি লাভ করতে পারবো না। যখন আমি গ্রুপ মার্কেটিং করব, গ্রুপই সব কাজ করব, তখন কিন্তু প্রত্যেকেই কিন্তু আমরা ব্যবসায়ী হতে লাভবান হওয়া শুরু করি। এবং এটার যে কোনো স্থানীয় প্রবলেম সলভ করার জন্য মাল্টি স্টেক হোল্ডার প্ল্যাটফর্ম গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা পালন করে। এবং আমরা আমাদের এলাকার লোকাল প্রশাসন, ডিএই, এভরি স্টেক হোল্ডার মিট এনি প্রবলেম সলভ নাও।
Okay, and he's telling that they in their locality they started multi-stakeholder platform. Multi-stakeholder platform is the representative for each group of value chain, like farmer, trader, marketing, administrator, exporter, all representative from one group. They have built one like a group, that is that platform, that is the multi-stakeholder platform. And he's telling that through this platform he started his work and he learned.
তো এই সিডিআইএস থেকে লার্নিং নিয়ে প্রথমে আমরা একটা রেজিস্টার্ড ম্যাঙ্গো প্রোডিউসার অ্যাসোসিয়েশন প্রতিষ্ঠা করি ওইখানে, এবং এই অ্যাসোসিয়েশন আমাদের স্থানীয় ম্যাঙ্গো সেক্টরের প্রবলেম রিমুভ করা এবং হচ্ছে ন্যাশনাল লেভেল ও পলিসি লেভেলও আমরা কিন্তু এখানে অংশগ্রহণ করে থাকি।
Okay, he's telling that through this platform they are participating in national level and regional level, and they can place their views to the policymakers.
আমি এই বিভিন্ন জায়গায়, আমি বিভিন্ন দেশ, ভারতের তামিলনাড়ু, থাইল্যান্ড, বিভিন্ন স্টেট প্রদর্শন করে, আমি আম বাগান প্রদর্শন করে আমি একটা ইসরায়েলি টেকনিকে আল্ট্রা হাই ডেন্সিটি ম্যাঙ্গো প্লান্টেশনের ডিজাইন করেছি ইসরায়েলের প্রযুক্তি, এবং আমাদের দেশীয় ইরিগেশন ব্যবস্থায় একটা প্রজেক্ট করেছি, এবং এইখানে সুইজারল্যান্ড সরকারের সহযোগিতায় 10টা ফার্মারকে এই প্রযুক্তির আমরা বাগান করে দিয়েছি, এবং এই বাগানে এবছরের প্রোডাকশন চলে আসছে।
Okay, I have visited Tamil Nadu and Thailand, and I have visited through that project several country, and finally I have taken one high density, ultra high density mango orchard product establishment from Israel technology, and he has established that in his own area.
আর আমি আরেকটা বিষয় করছি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আম যে উদ্যোক্তা হিসেবে যে কাজ আমাদের করতে হবে, যে আমি ফার্মার, আমি আম উৎপাদন করলাম, আমার মার্কেটিং এর বিভিন্ন লাইন থাকতে হবে, ই মার্কেটিং, ডোমেস্টিক মার্কেট, এক্সপোর্ট মার্কেট, প্রসেসিং মার্কেট, চারদিকে কাজ করতে হবে। এবং সেই সুবাদে আমি একটা অনলাইন প্ল্যাটফর্ম প্রতিষ্ঠা করেছি, সেইখানে প্রতিদিন আমার যে ছেলেরা আছে ই মার্কেটিং এর জন্য প্রতিদিন আম সিজন 2 মাসে প্রায় 100 টন করে আম মার্কেটিং করে ই মার্কেটিং।
Okay, he is telling the producers or the entrepreneur should have different linkages with different kind of marketing platform like e-marketing, export market, local market, all kind of marketing. And he has his own employee, and every day they are working and making linkage and selling their product in all the platform.
তো আমাকে বিশেষ করে সার্ক এগ্রিকালচারকে ধন্যবাদ জানাই যে আমাকে এখানে আসার সুযোগ দেওয়ার জন্য, এবং এখানে এসে আমি অনেক কিছু জানতে পেরেছি। নেপালের এগ্রিকালচার, নেপালের নামী সব বিশেষজ্ঞদের সাথে পরিচয় হতে পেরেছি এবং খুব আনন্দিত। এবং আমি এই ওয়ার্কশপটা আমি অনেক উপভোগ করেছি এবং এখান থেকে আমি অনেক কিছু শিক্ষা নিয়েছি, এবং এই শিক্ষাগুলো আমার ভবিষ্যৎ পথ চলার ক্ষেত্রে অনেক উপকারে আসবে।
Yeah, I'm very much thankful to SARC Agriculture Center. Actually, he's forgotten to thanks to Nepal and USAID and Horticulture Lab and University of Agriculture and Forestry of Nepal. So he's telling that he's very much happy to join here, and he has learned and he has he exchanged his views among Nepali and I don't know whether other foreigners, and he's telling that he can, he's inspired now, he can do better after returning home.
সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ, বাংলাদেশে সবাইকে আসার জন্য আমন্ত্রণ রইলো, ভালো থাকবেন।
Okay, thank you all, and he is inviting all of you to Bangladesh. So please visit in May, on June and July for mango season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ismail Khan, for sharing these thoughts with us. We'll again continue with our token of love, because I can see some of our participants are in this hall now. And I would like to request Director of DOREX and Technical Lead of Horticulture Innovation Lab Project in Nepal, Professor Dr. Arjun Kumar Shrestha sir, to distribute the token of love. And I would like to request Mr. Kedar Devkota to come forward to receive the token of love. And I would like to request Krishna Sapkota to come forward to receive his token of love. I would like to request Mrs. Neeti Singh to come forward to receive her token of love. Miss Riti Singh. And I would like to request Mr. Pramod Gautam to come forward to receive his token of love. Pramod Gautam. Thank you. May I now request Director, Office of Growth, USAID Nepal, Mr. Jason Shiu, to kindly come forward and share his valuable thought. Please welcome Mr. Jason Shiu.
Mr. Chair, Dr. Punya Prasad Varegmi, from the Vice Chancellor of AFU, distinguished guests, friends on the dais, my colleagues from Michigan State, from UC Davis, and from Penn State, and everybody here today. Namaste, warm greetings, and a good afternoon to everybody. Malay Nepali bolna audaina, ra ami Bangla bolte parina. So I'll speak in English, I guess, but I'm very excited to be here for many reasons. One, because we're bringing together two of my favorite countries. I used to live in Bangladesh with USAID 10 years ago, and now here in Nepal, and it's just fantastic to be able to be here, see so many people here, and together be advancing horticulture and food security in both of these countries and throughout the region. Second, I would say I'm extremely excited because it's wonderful to see so many women leaders and farmers and professors here today. So a big round of applause to all the. And I think a good example of the power and effect that horticulture can have in agriculture. I think you all know better than everybody, but horticulture crops represent such an important opportunity to improve community health, increase income for smallholder farmers, generate high economic returns by the unit of land, and also encourage post-harvest entrepreneurial opportunities that fuel agricultural supply chains. There's also a unique role to ensure access to and availability of diverse and very nutritious foods. And due to the high income potential and the fact that women are main producers and marketers of horticulture crops, it's a conduit to increase the inclusivity and success of youth, women, and those in marginalized communities. So for this reason, we're very pleased to be able to support this project. We're very pleased to have the USAID Feed the Future Horticulture Innovation Lab be here now in Nepal and in the region. And especially, I think, to be working with Forward Nepal and AFU for their tremendous expertise and support here. And we're really excited for the activities that are to come. I'm very pleased that this workshop has generated good ideas and support for the future. And also, I think it's another great example of USAID's and US government's longstanding history and development partnership in agriculture here in Nepal, and also development over 75 years of friendship and bilateral relations. So it's a tremendous example of that continuing relationship moving forward, and we look forward to all the work ahead. I'll stop there and just want to thank all here. Thanks so much. Dhanyabad. And thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Deputy Director General of Department of Agriculture, Dr. Shanta Karki, to kindly come forward and share her valuable thoughts and remarks for this workshop. Please welcome Dr. Shanta Karki.
Thank you, Madam. Respected chairperson of the closing ceremony, respected dignitaries on the dais, and everyone present here, I wish you all a very good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to speak at the closing ceremony. On behalf of Department of Agriculture, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to the organizers for inviting Department of Agriculture, different offices within the department, Ministry of Agriculture, and all the related fields. In fact, this 3-day workshop was very enriching experience for me personally, and I hope everyone has learned a lot. I also congratulate the organizers for a well-organized workshop. We are on time and everything was arranged very effectively. All the participants were actively participating during the discussion sessions, and all the presentations, I attended around 11 presentations among different technical sessions, and all of them were presented very well, full of information, experience, and technologies. Also, there were some way forward and gaps were identified, and during the discussion sessions also we received very good feedback. So what I would like to request the organizers is, I think we will have a compiled report. So if you can please share with the ministry and department, we can work together to design programs and policies to bridge this gap wherever we have identified. And most of the challenges, I think we can convert them into opportunities by designing appropriate policies and technologies. And there are many different things that are going on around in Nepal, Bangladesh, US, and in different parts of the world. I think we can bring together those as well as applicable to our country and the region to enrich or increase the production of especially the fruits and vegetables so that we can meet the nutrition security, I would say. I think because we have a lot of cereals, we are almost food secure, but as you have heard of a hidden nutrition, hidden hunger, which relates to the nutritional part of the diet, I think we are still lagging behind that. So we all should work together, and from the horticulture, we can surely fulfill that gap and then reach our nutrition security goal as well. So with this, I'd like to extend heartfelt thanks to all the organizers, all the participants, and all the stakeholders, including our producers who have shared very good insight. And later, I'd like to speak with our Bangladeshi presenter just before was speaking about the alter identity mango. I think we should, our university, our department, our NARC stations should also work on that for the alter identity mango production. So we can learn from each other and see what technologies he is using, so that if we can apply that to the southern part of Nepal, we can increase our mango production and productivity. With this, I'd like to thank and congratulate the organizers for a very successful workshop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Karki, for these valuable thoughts. And now I would like to request Chief of National Center for Potato, Vegetable and Spice Crop Development, Mr. Basudev Kaple, to come on stage and share his valuable thoughts. Please welcome Mr. Basudev Kaple, sir.
Thank you very much. Respected Chair and Vice Chancellor of AFU, Professor Dr. Punya Prasad Regmi, distinguished guests in the dais, and dignitaries from different organizations and institutions, and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank organizer for giving this opportunity to deliver some speech on behalf of Ministry of Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture has also, Agriculture and Livestock Development has also given me the opportunity to represent the ministry today. As I'm the Chief of National Center for Potato, Vegetable and Spice Crop Development in Nepal. And I also participated in the workshop, and there were different thematic areas of horticulture in which different presenter, different expert has given their thought, given their experiences about the different thematic areas. And the areas and thought and experience sharing is very useful for our ministry also. We are working in the policy level, and this thought experience sharing and will work to move forward for new policies for the horticulture sector development and new innovation lab. Also, we can share our experiences, we can share also thought, and we can have a common platform because agriculture sector extension system, research system, as well as the extension system, education system, and these are the common platform and common understanding in Nepal. It is the beauty of Nepal, and we are moving forward in this direction. And Government of Nepal, our Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development has also the different policies. Mainly, there is agriculture development strategy, which are supporting policy for agriculture sector, especially in the education sector and extension system, as well as the research system. And for this, we have developed the common platform, and we have the different representative and different experts from the different countries, and they have shared their ideas, which is very valuable for the ministry. And finally, I will also like thank to the organizer for this valuable workshop, where we have also shared our experiences in the workshop, in the different platform. Our representative from ministries and NARC system, as well as the universities, they have also given their ideas, as well as the farmers representative from Bangladesh and Nepal. They have also shared their experiences and ideas for which works as the feedbacks for Government of Nepal, as well as the other agriculture related institutions and organizations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for these valuable thoughts. Now I would like to request a special guest from Horticulture Innovation Lab Consortium, Professor Dr. William Vance Baird, Chairman at Department of Horticulture in Michigan State University, to kindly come forward and share his valuable thoughts regarding this workshop. Please welcome Dr. William Vance Baird.
Thank you for this unexpected opportunity. I appreciate having been invited to participate in this, and it was a tremendous learning experience for me. I've not worked in this part of the country before, so learning about the crops, the diversity of the crops that you have, but the common problems that those crops experience and the struggles that the farmers go through to be able to produce the food for their own consumption and the consumption of others in the country is very inspiring, and I think there's the opportunity for tremendous improvement. So again, thank you for educating me.
Thank you, Dr. Baird. Now I'd like to request Dr. Janelle Beth Larson, Associate Professor Agri-Economics in Penn State Berks, to kindly come forward and share her valuable thoughts. Please welcome Dr. Larson.
Good afternoon. I would just like to echo the thank you for all the coordinators and all the participants. I've been inspired by the dedication and the commitment of everyone here. As we spoke earlier, we're focusing on reaching the most marginalized populations, helping bring them above poverty, ensure food security, healthy diets, and good nutrition. And the people that we have here in this room and the work we've done the last 3 days will help us get there. It's still a daunting task, but we appreciate the work of everyone here to help us develop a research agenda for the program for the next 4 years. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Larson. Now I'd like to request Professor Dr. Nanda Prakash Joshi, a professor at Michigan State University, to kindly come forward and share his valuable thought. Please welcome Dr. Joshi.
Namaste. I'm so happy to be here. It's a different situation, but I am thoroughly learning about the horticulture. The fruits that I used to eat during my childhood and adulthood, it refreshed me. Oh wow, these are the fruits I had, vegetables. So it's really been learning experience, as Vance mentioned. It's really, for me too, it's a learning experience. And I appreciate all the organizers. Really, they have done a wonderful job. I really appreciate all the effort done by the DOREX, AFU, Vice Chancellor. It's really amazing. So we are really pleased to be here. And I hope, and I would like to see more and more of this happening in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Joshi. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request Professor Dr. Elizabeth Mitchum, Director of Horticulture Innovation Lab, to share her valuable thoughts and remarks regarding this workshop. Please welcome Dr. Mitchum.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to say a few words. Yeah, big thank you to the organizers for such a well-organized and well-run event. And a big thank you to everyone who is here. You've all worked very hard over the last 3 days. I know because I was there with you too, and it was tiring and exhausting, but I learned, my role here was to listen to you and to learn about the challenges and opportunities in the horticulture sector here. And I feel like, I have learned a lot, and there's a lot, of course, that I didn't hear that has been captured. And so we're looking forward to the report that's going to come out of the workshop and the focus groups and surveys that were done ahead of the workshop. So pleased to have the group from Bangladesh here with us as well. I think it's wonderful to share the opportunities and challenges in both countries and see the similarities and the opportunities, I think, for sharing between the two countries. So I hope we can encourage that. A big thank you to AFU and Vice Chancellor for his support of this program. He was there from the very first meeting supporting this event and this activity. And so thank you again so much. And a big thank you to USAID Nepal for being here and supporting the meeting. We're looking forward to working with them as well. And so many other special guests, deans and vice chancellors from various institutions and from the ministry who have come here to support this event. It really shows how important the work that we've been doing is and how much support there is for these activities. So I couldn't be happier about that. And we're looking forward to working together with all of you in the next 4 years as we put the program forward. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchum. Now I'd like to request Charter Vice Chancellor of Agriculture and Forest University, Dr. Kailash Nath Pekharel, to kindly come forward and share his valuable thoughts. Please welcome Kailash Nath Pekharel, sir.
Thank you very much. The chair of this closing ceremony, Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Regmi, those who are in the dais, Professor Dr. Nauraj Devkota, Vice Chancellor of Gandak University, Elizabeth from the University of California, Davis, and USAID Nepal person, respected delegates of this regional workshop, and also the guests of other American universities such as Michigan State University, my alma mater, by the way, and also Penn State University, and scientists from Bangladesh, farmers from Bangladesh, and also representatives of the Ministry of Agriculture, Department of Agriculture, NARC maybe, and also other horticulture scientists and friends and colleagues. I'm saying USAID because I had my master's degree from the American University of Beirut. That was in agriculture, and I was supported by USAID. I went there under the participant program. That time I was with the Department of Agriculture, Ministry of Agriculture. Then I left the ministry and joined the university. And in the university, when I was there in Rampur, where AFU is there, then there was a team of experts, a consortium like yours, Davis. That was Mid-Western Universities Consortium for International Activities, MUSIA. And late George Axin was leading the team. And that MUSIA was under, and they covered our education. And then I went to do my higher studies, PhD in Michigan State University, graduated in 1982. And I came back. Many people that time also, they said that this guy has to not be only professor and get published in journals, but there are no electricities also in Nepal, and he has to be able to calculate. Then he should be able to use the pencils and rubber, the eraser also, you know. Then I thought, oh, that is something silly. I thought that I am going to do the PhD, and then also that fellow wants that professor, you know. He wants me to be like a general sort of person who is illiterate almost. Then I said, do you want to make me generalist or a specialist? I was asking. That was a PhD graduate committee meeting, you know, just to finalize all the courses, you know, because there is a PhD committee, and then the committee has sat. Then one of the professor who was in my committee was suggesting some other general sort of courses. Then I said, no, If I want to be generalist, then it is you who will, for infinite time, will be helping us, telling us that you don't know much, so we are the specialists, and then who will rule and you should be ruled. So I want also to be a specialist. The other reason was, if I went back to Nepal, then people will laugh at me maybe, oh, you didn't learn anything about your subject, and then you just came as you were. So what is the use of going to USA and then get all those training? Then there was an argument between the American professors. Then one of the other professor in sociology department, I graduated in sociology, he asked George, do you have any courses in particular that you want to suggest to Nepal, because you have been to Nepal also? Then he didn't say anything. So the sociology professors, they got the say throne, and then they put all the courses which they thought were relevant to me, and I also thought that some of the courses were very relevant, so I requested them to add. So this is the story. I came back, and then I was working in different capacities. However, about this workshop, regional workshop, I think Bangladesh and Nepal, as you said very rightly, that they represent several things. Now, if this becomes a regional sort of research later in the future, then in any kind of comparative studies, we don't try to identify the differences, We try to, in the comparative studies, we try to identify the commonalities. What may be some of the commonalities which could be very, very useful to the region as a whole. And then I guess, as I said, I was giving the example of USAID, how helpful it was to make me as I am today. So I have no doubt that with the assistance of the experts of Bangladesh and Nepal, horticulturists in particular, whatever sort of evidence-based research proposals you make, this is a request to USAID, and I trust that they would really seriously take into the matter, and then the things will be materialized, because there is a consortium led by University of California at Davis, and there is Penn University, Michigan State University, maybe one university in Texas also, where my grandson recently, by the way, did his bachelor's in engineering, structural engineering, from the University of Texas at Austin. And 3 days back, he joined this Stanford University in California, for his master's. So that is, I think, there may be some of the contribution of USAID to him also, though he didn't get the scholarship directly, but because I got the scholarship, and then he is my grandson, he got admitted. To get admission in Stanford is something special. So we are so proud of him now, and I wish the success of this workshop, and also the proposals that you will be making, which become senseful to the region as well as to both the countries. As the two representatives of the farmers, they were telling two different things at two different levels. One is an entrepreneur. Now he is doing his business. The other one is talking about the grassroots level marginalized farmers, especially the women farmers. They want that the proposal and the research, the findings of the research should be equally useful to the marginalized farmers, women, as well as to those who make the business, because they are also serving the country. With this short remark, I wish you a good luck, and I hope that your proposals will be given due weightage. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Becquerel. Now, I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor of Gandaki University, Nepal, Professor Dr. Navaraj Devkota, to kindly come forward and share his valuable thoughts and remarks. Please welcome Dr. Devkota.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chairperson of this closing ceremony, Vice Chancellor of Agriculture First University, Professor Regmi sir, my gurus and dignitaries, and lots of important figures in the dais, especially the delegates from US universities and then Bangladesh universities. Good afternoon, everybody. When I have to talk something in this kind of ceremony, I'm thrilled with seeing the people with whom I should afraid. And today also I'm afraid because I have seen two important gurus here. The Charter Vice Chancellor of the AFU, Professor Pakurel, who is my guru and mentor and everything. And then Professor Joshi from MSU, who is also my guru and mentor and everything. So it's very hard for me to talk in front of these two important personalities. I'm sorry for this. Okay, let's make a story very short. Lots of things have been done in these last 3 days. Whatever I have to say as a, the participant of this workshop, I talk my view and then things in my inaugural session. I think that's important to consider if you like to go in that way. Now, time has been spent a lot. In last 3 days, I just tried to be a part of the important, the activities to the best of my commitment. I'm very happy to learn a lot of things. It's a learning opportunity for me and also for all of us. Just two important things to remark. The first, my dear colleagues and then friends, the rapporteurs who have been involved in these last 3 days, please kindly spend your time to prepare a final report and then give it to the shape of this, the rapportorial report. That's very important. I'm not saying it's because you won't do it, but my insist is that this is very, very important. And point two is, now I think the USAID will soon open RFA, and we all should be very alert for a proposal and the PCN writing. The team member from AFU, and also I think the lots of professors and then special dignitaries from the US universities are trying to develop and prepare a team and who would be very eligible and then try to write a PCN and then fight for this RFA. That's very important. But before that, if we could come up with a report, that's a very, very important part of this workshop, 3 days seminar, and that will be useful for, providing opportunity and also to make a kind of a strength for our effort that we would be a very good eligible person or the institution to fight to the PCN. And in that sense, my another request is, let's try to make an effort from all of our sense, wherever we are, wherever we represent, if it is possible, identifying AFU as a hub of horticulture innovation lab would be very, very important to consider. If we could come up with preparing a hub for horticulture innovation lab, that will pay about lots of things in spite of the other opportunities like fighting for the long-term research, short-term grants, all those things, and that will give us a lot of opportunity. So let's try and then work hard. These two important things are very, very serious and then considerable. That's my request. And to the best of my effort, I'm wearing two hats. One of my hat is still at Agriculture Forestry University, and the next year there is a Vice Chancellor at Gandaki University. At Gandaki University, we don't have agriculture and livestock related program. That's a little bit different, but still my commitment is there. As a faculty, I will support you guys. Whatever I can do, let's do something. This is a very, very important opportunity. And remember, opportunity won't come ever like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Devkota, for those valuable thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, it is the time to propose the vote of thanks to all the participants for the great contribution for making this event successful. May I request Director of DOREX and Technical Lead of Horticulture Innovation Project, Lab in Nepal, Professor Dr. Arjun Kumar Shrestha, to kindly come forward and address the vote of thanks to all the participants. Please welcome Dr. Shrestha.
Honorable Vice Chancellor of Agriculture and Forestry University, Professor Dr. Punya Prasad Regmi, the chair of this closing ceremony. Similarly, Vice Chancellor of Kandaki University, Professor Dr. Navaraj Devkota. Our Chartered Vice Chancellor of Agriculture and Forestry University, Professor Dr. Pakuran. Director for Horticulture Innovation Lab, UC Davis, Professor Dr. Beth. Director from USA Nepal, Jason. Our most valuable invited special guest from Horticulture Innovation Lab, including Michigan State University, Penn State Box. Similarly, Bangladesh Agriculture University, Nepal Agriculture Research Council, Bangladesh Agriculture Research Institute, Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Department of Agriculture, Prime Minister Agriculture Modernization Project, IAS 31 University, Kathmandu University, guests, farmers, students, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of the Agriculture and Forestry University and also the entire technical team of this regional workshop, even the special guests in the audience, let me call it as our pride of horticulture being a subject of multidisciplinary subject here together. And on my own behalf, I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all the speakers for your gracious presence and gracing your important work and sharing with us your findings and opinions. A big thank you the team Bangladesh, including Bangladesh Agriculture University, Bangladesh Agriculture Research Institute, and of course, SARC Agriculture Center. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for the special guest from the Horticulture Innovation Lab in UC Davis, Professor Dr. Elizabeth Mitchum. Similarly, Professor Dr. Nanda Joshi and Professor Dr. William Vance from Michigan State University, and Dr. Janiel Beth Larson from Penn State Box for your gracious presence at this workshop and believing us, including Agriculture and Forestry University and Forward Nepal. I would like to further mention our special guest from NARC, from Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Department of Agriculture, Prime Minister Irrigation Modernization Project, and also different project implementation unit under the Prime Minister Agriculture Modernization Project. I'm grateful to the team Bangladesh, especially the SARC Agriculture Center. I must mention the name of Dr. Nasrin Sultana and Dr. Ganga Acharya, who work as a connecting link between Nepal and Bangladesh while conducting and organizing the field work, as well as organizing this regional workshop on horticulture. Further, we are grateful to all the session chairs, including Ms. Sabanam Sivakoti, Dr. Rajendra Mishra from Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Dr. Nasrin Sultana, Professor Dr. Tamanna Haq, Dr. Revati Raman Paudel from Department of Agriculture, Professor Dr. Rijaul Karim, and Professor Durga Devkota for leading different thematic areas of the technical session. Similarly, we are thankful to the speakers for these 3 days, including we have Professor Dr. Bhim Shrestha from Kathmandu University, Professor from Bangladesh Agriculture University, Professor from Agriculture and Forest University, scientists from Nepal Agriculture Research Council. And also we had presentation from our students, AFU graduate, who was selected to present here in this workshop as a new innovative idea among the youth. Similarly, I would like to thank all the rapporteurs. The list is too long, so forgive me for that. I couldn't take the name of all of you, but I would like to thank all the rapporteurs for your work during the 3 days of events. I would mention the Team Forward Nepal, including the ED, Mr. Netra Pratap Sen, Mr. Krishna Sapkota, and Pramod Gautam, and our secretariat team, including Ms. Sirjana Neupani, Ms. Manisha Shrestha, and Mr. Ramdayal Tharu for your continuous effort to make this event highly successful. Further, we are grateful to all the farmers, entrepreneurs, traders, and leaders from the farmers-oriented organization for demonstrating your interest in fruits and vegetable research and promotion of the activities in Nepal and Bangladesh. At last but not least important, I may like to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Ranjana Rawal, scientist horticulture at NAT, for giving an excellent coverage in this special function as a master of ceremony. We all are inspired by your great words in the feedback collection and discussion after all of these technical sessions. Once again, I want to state that we are all most grateful to all the speakers on this stage, and we thank you all for being with us for these important 3 days. Been a great pleasure. And as we know, good beginning is half done. And I request all the participants for making a pathway for the development of fruit and horticulture sector, fruit and vegetable sector in the South Asian region, most importantly in Nepal and Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Shrestha, for the welcome address. Now we are at the end of this closing ceremony. I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Agriculture and Forest University and Chairman of this closing ceremony, Professor Dr. Punya Prasad Regmi, to give his closing remark and officially terminate this closing session.
Thank you, sister. Very good afternoon and namaste. Our respected gurus, Professor Dr. Kailasnath Pekurel, the Charter Vice Chancellor of Agriculture and Forestry University, and my another respected guru. Since Vice Chancellor of Gandaki University, Dr. Navraj, and myself, so we were classmates. So I also, the second is idea. Professor Dr. Nanda Prakash Joshi and Professor Dr. Beth, the director from UCID, representative from different universities, ministries, governmental and non-governmental organizations, my colleagues, faculties, students, and farmers. So I'm very happy now. I was a bit worried in the beginning, but when I'm seeing smiling faces now, I feel that this workshop is successful. It's highly successful. So this is the beginning of our journey. I remember, the first time when I got the call around late night from our, the guru, Nanda Prakash Joshi, about this horticulture innovation lab.
Then I was also encouraged and I shared his views with Professor Dr. Arjun Shrestha and my colleagues related, the colleagues of horticulture. And then we had some Zoom meetings. After Zoom meetings, we come up with, some survey, some, the ideas from different, the stakeholders. Then we decided to have workshop. So I congratulate and with great appreciation, I thank again all of you for your active participation and contributions, scientific contributions. I missed some of the presentations, but whenever I was listening some of the presentation, I was also highly encouraged. So I also suggest my colleague, Professor Dr. Arjun Shrestha, to the publish proceedings of this, the workshop papers. Some of presenters might have not developed papers, but we can request them, to develop papers and submit, so that we can have a very good, the reference book for our future, the journey of this very good initiative. So I thank you, Eliza Beth, for your, the strong, the contribution, very good contribution, and strong, the dedications. So I see no one is tiring. So it means, they have got some, the extra energy from enlightening, the workshop presentations and, the relations among us participating, from east to west, from bottom of sea to, the highest, the peak of the world. I remember, when I recall, when I was in Bangladesh in 2006, I saw, the apples of Jumla, the organic apples in some of the, the fruit shops in Dhaka. Now, the friend, the farmers from the Bangladesh, he shared his, the experiences on mango. So maybe, we can, the exchange, our mountain apples with the coastal areas mango, between, the Nepal and Bangladesh. I see a lot of prospect. This is a very, the small example, but there are a lot of, the prospects, the to collaborate together, to work together, to exchange things, to share things, and to develop things, because we are scientists. So we do mostly research and innovations. Based on our research and innovations, the agriculture sector will be enhanced, will get promoted, will get developed. So without, the talking much, I wish that our journey, we have long journey, so we will work together, we will work together, we will develop this sector. And thank you very much. So with saying this, I declare that this workshop is adjourned now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. We'll join for gathering and refreshment at 6:30. And I wish the respected dignitaries from US and Bangladesh for pleasant and fruitful stay for rest of your time in Nepal, and wish you a happy and safe journey back to your home countries. Okay, there's like few change in the schedule. We'll have the refreshment and social gathering at 6. The same hall, same dining or lunch hall.